So in this short tutorial, I'm going to be talking about the PM, preventative maintenance kits, and also the procedure for conducting a preventative maintenance routine on a best code CIJ printer. For this particular printer, this is a model 88, and I'm going to go ahead and install, on this particular one, I'm going to go ahead and install a 5,000 hour kit in this model 88. Model 88 will have up to 10,000 hour, but I'm going to go ahead and install a 5,000 hour in this kit. A rough idea, 2,000 hour would be a single shift operation, a 5,000 hour would be a 2-shift operation, and a 10,000 hour would be a 3-shift operation. All filters are 12 months. So if you run out of the time in that 12 months, you will need to change it before that 12 months is up. So in the kit, there comes 2 clean air filters, the main filter, and a pre-pump filter. And I'm going to go through now the different steps of changing those out. So if you haven't already had the pop-up window come up telling you that the PM filter change is due, then you can go into the printer to see how many hours are left on that main filter. And that's very simply by signing in, and we're going to go into GoTech, enter, and down into service. And in the bottom here, we see a button called status. And when we hit the status on the right-hand side here, you will see how many hours the system has been powered on, the runtime, and then here underneath is the filter. So we have a 10,000 hour filter in this system, and I've only just commissioned it, so it's going to be high. This is just for the purpose of showing you guys how to do a filter change. I'm going to change this filter, but this here will count down from either the 10,000 hours, 5,000 hours, or the 2,000 hours down to 0. And then when it gets down to close to 0, it's going to come up with a pop-up window saying, hey, your PM's due, you have so many hours left. So that's a good time to start ordering the filter kit that you need, and have that in stock ready to perform your PM. The PM itself takes about 15 minutes, so it's not a big job. So the tools you're going to need for this job is a beaker, a 5/8 wrench, open-ended, obviously your protective gear, your glasses and the gloves, and the actual PM kit that you want to be using in this printer. So the first step is to go ahead and shut the printer down, power it right the way down and off, and then go ahead and unplug the printer from the power. So once we've done that, we can go ahead and turn the printer around to the ink cabinet at the back. And to release the back door, just open up the knurled nut there and slide the cabinet door off. So the part we're going to be changing, there's 3 parts. One is the main ink filter here. This is a 10,000 hour filter. And then right at the back here behind the ink smart fill cup, there is a pre-pump filter. And then at the front of the machine is your clean air filter. So we're going to be doing this part first. So the first thing to do is to release the main filter from its holder, and that is a very simple process of undoing the Velcro and letting it fall free from its holder. This is the smart filter reader. It's going to read the label on the filter. So once you've got it free, now what we're going to do with a 5/8 wrench, we're going to undo the top hose. Carefully pull this free. Keep this upright for now, obviously, because it would leak if we turned it upside down. So keeping this free, we're now going to get a beaker, and we're going to turn this upside down in the beaker and let it drain out. And then while that is draining, we'll get the 5/8 wrench again and undo what was the bottom connector. And again, always wear your PPE gear, your safety glasses, as these tubes have a tendency to flick ink when you undo them. Carefully lift that out of the way. And then once you have the filter out, we can let that drain and then dispose of the filter the proper way. Now in the filter pack, we can grab the new filter. And you'll notice that there is first of all a label. This is the smart filter tag that is going to be read by this. And then also there is a direction on here saying flow. The flow should be coming up. Okay, so we are going to first connect the bottom in. You have to take these old connections off. Plug that in. Now on the actual tubes, let me just show you this. There are some little flanges there. You can leave those on from the old one, push them in, and then we're going to retighten the bottom. Do it finger tight first, and then we're going to use the wrench then to tighten it up another couple of turns. And then we put the top tube in, and then tighten this down again. Again, tighten it by fingers first, and then just use the wrench just to, don't over tighten it, but possibly 2 more turns from finger tight. I'm going to do the same with the bottom here, like so. And then with the label here, has to go against the reader so that we can read the actual tag. Tighten the Velcro up, keeping this in place. And that is your main filter change. So now we can move on to the pre-pump filter, which is in the back. So the pre-pump filter at the back here is a little bit more difficult to get to. So to make that easier, I'm going to go ahead and take out the smart fill cup for the ink. Be careful not to lose these screws. There's 3 screws in the top. And then once these 3 screws are out, that whole smart fill cup will lift out of the way. Leave that out the front. And now you see we've got good access to the pre-pump filter right here. Okay. Same process with the pre-pump filter. You have 5/8 top and bottom, and then we're going to put that into a beaker and let it drain out while we replace the new one. So with the 5/8 wrench, I'm going to first of all open up the top. And it's a little bit more trickier because of the location of it. And again, remember that once you remove these tubes, they may flick ink. Grab the new filter. These filters aren't directional, so you can put them in any way. And I'm going to go ahead and while this one's here, push this in like that. finger tight first and then cinch up then with the wrench. Now the bottom one, same thing. Get the wrench. I'm going to undo this from here. Get the beaker ready. Put the old one in the beaker, dispose of it, and then the new one, feed this one down now. Make sure the pipe pushes all the way in, and then finger tight with the nut there. Then get the wrench and just tighten it up the last couple of turns. And do the same with the top. So that's the two filters changed. We can go ahead and put the smart fill cup back in from the ink system. Making sure we don't trap any of those cables. And a little tip here, if you find it tough to get this in, then just spray a little bit of makeup or cleaner on this rubber fitting and it will slide in there nicely. Replace the 3 screws. Once the 3 screws are in place, replace the cap, and now you have the pre-filter changed and the main filter change, so that all that's left is the air filter, the clean air filter on the front. So once we've done that, we can keep that the back cover off, but we're going to turn the machine around. We keep the back cover off because when I started up slowly with the pump start, I want to make sure that all of these fill up with ink and there's no leaks. So with now the printer turned around, we can go ahead and fire the printer back up. Let it start up and go to the home screen. So now we're back into the home screen. I'm going to go in and sign in using the password. And then once we're signed in, I'm going to go into Service and into Tools, to Technician, and then up into Smart Fill. And on the right hand side, we've got Test Filter Tag and Read Filter Tag. I'm going to go ahead and read the filter tag. At this point, it may come up with an error saying that it can't read the tag. If it does that, simply move the label around on the reader of the filter. I'm going to go ahead and press this now, and it should come up with success. So it tells me that the part number, the filter is a 5,000 hour standard. I'm going to click OK on that. And now what I can do is if I go into the status button, I can see straight away that it's reset the filter to 5,000 hours and we're ready to run. So before we start the printer jet running on full PSI, full pressure, I suggest, we've got brand new fittings in there, I suggest running it at a lower pressure and make sure that everything fills up, the filter fills up, and there's no leaks on any of those fittings that we've just done. So to do that, we're going to go into service and we're going to go into fluidic, and the pump here, run pump, I can actually hit the up button 6 or 7 times, increase the pump pressure, or the pump RPS, which in turn increases the pressure. So it'll slowly fill those tubes up and the filter, and it will test all of the fittings before we put 40 psi in there. So I'm going to go ahead now and increase the pump speed up around about 6 or 8 RPS. That will slowly increase the pressure, and you can see here that the ink is slowly filling up. I got no leaks around the bottom one, everything's good there. It's going to work its way up through the main filter. The other reason for doing this slowly is that when you do it fast, it sometimes introduces air into the system, which isn't good. It takes a while for it to purge out. So see the ink coming up to the top of the filter now, and it's up and around the tube. There's no leaks on the top, and then it's also coming through the pre-pump filter. There's no issues with the pre-pump coupling either. So we're all good. We can go ahead now and start the pump up on full pressure. So the very last part of a full PM is the clean air filter kit, the third and final part. To do that, we're going to drop down the bottom part of the coda, and there's a wire strap here that's holding in the clean air filter, and we're going to release that, and then that whole thing slides out, and then the filter just pulls out. And we've got a smooth side and a rough side. Smooth side goes in. Grab the new filter, and we're going to put this in place. Like that. Replace the screen in there, and then put the wire mesh back in. All done, and now we can close that up, and our PM is complete. And this again will last for 12 months, or 2,000 hours, 5,000 hours, or 10,000 hours, depending on the filter module that you put in there. So now we have gone through the process of how to do the PM. I want to spend some time and go over each individual PM kit that is available for each model. So this first one is for a Model 81, and the part number is 315055-02. This is a 2,000 hour kit or single shift operation. It includes 1 ink filter, 2 clean air filters, and 1 pre-pump filter. 2,000 hours or 12 months, and is only to be used in the Model 81 printer. So the second is a 2,000 hour maintenance kit. This part number is 315053-02. This is a 2,000 hour maintenance kit that includes 1 ink filter, 2 clean air filters, and 1 pre-pump filter. This is for use in models 82, 86, 87, and 88. And the third one is a 5,000 hour maintenance kit. Part number 315051-02. This is the 5,000 hour maintenance kit. It includes a 1 ink filter, 2 clean air filters, 1 pre-pump filter for use in models 82, 86, 87, and 88. Moving on to the next one, this is for models 88. Part number is 315050-02, and this is a 10,000 hour filter kit, or 3 shifts. Includes 1 ink, 2 clean air, and 1 pre-pump, 10,000 hours or 18 months, and used for in model 88 and 88S. This next one is for the model 88S opaque. Slightly different kit on this one. The part number is 315054-02, 2,000 hours for the opaque filter, 1 ink, 2 clean air filters, 1 pre-pump, includes 1 dampener and 1 tank. Ink life is 2,000 hours or 12 months, and this can only be used in model 88S opaque. And the last one in the range of filter kits is for the soft pigmented based inks. This part number is 315052-02. Again, 2,000 hours, includes 1 ink filter, 2 clean air filters, 1 pre-pump and 1 dampener, 2,000 hours or 12 months, and this is for use in models 82, 86, 87, and 88. All of the PM maintenance kits come with a document inside the pack showing you how to do the PM maintenance. However, you can also go onto our YouTube channel for Best Code technical tutorials and follow the instructions there. And we do also sell the clean air filters separately. The part number is 460004-01, and each pack has 2 clean air filters. They are the new synthetic media for use in all models, 81, 82, 86, 87, 88, and 88S. And we do recommend that these filters, these clean air filters, are changed between 1 and 3 months, depending on the environment the printer is installed in.